Hello my lovely students, welcome back to another video of your English online sessions. My name is Mr. Osama and today we have Unit 10, Lesson 9 and 10. Today we're gonna learn some phonics. For today's objectives, we're gonna identify words with silent K and G in KG and GN. We're gonna review and practice language introduced in Unit 10. And as usual, let's start off with the vocab. The first word is knight. Is when a man wears this armor, okay, and fights evil or fights in war, this is called a knight, okay? Here's an example, knights in black armor. The word gnome, the G is silent, it's called gnome. A gnome is like a small person, a very small one, a very small old man with a beard and pointed hat, okay? Here's our example. In this story, the gnome was guarding a chest full of gold. Napoli, the K is silent, is having like this lumps outside a raised area on the surface of the skin or any surface, okay? Here's an example, Napoli knees, Napoli elbows. The word knuckle, okay, you see these pointed areas that is made out of joints from the body. These areas are called knuckles, okay? Here's an example. He hit the ball with his knuckles. A knot, okay? When you tie a rope or tie two things together, you make a knot. Here's an example. I can't untie the knot, it's too tight. The K is silent too. The word gnat, okay, the gnat is like an insect that looks like a mosquito, but it's not a mosquito, okay? It's a flying insect. Here's an example. I think a gnat bit me, okay? The G is silent in this word. The word kneel, the K is silent, is to go down on your knees, okay? Is to go down on your knees. With one knee or two knees is called kneel. Here's an example. She knelt down to the king. Inspect, okay, when you look at something closely to examine it, okay? Here's an example. After the crash, both the drivers got out and inspected their cars for damage. Okay, let's go to the student book, page 122. Here we have some words with silent letter K and G in KN and GN. We're gonna underline these words, okay? Our teacher asked us to write a nonsense story about a knight and a gnome. The winner of the best story gets a prize. This is my story. A brave knight with Napoli knees and Napoli knuckles knew how to tie a lot of knots. One day he was trying knots while he was walking through the woods. Some tiny gnats were watching him from the trees. A naughty gnome came out of his cave and told the knight he knew how to tie a better knot. He said to the knight, take the rope, hold this end in this hand, hold that end in that hand, put this end between your Napoli knees, so the word knees, turn around 3 times, stand on your head and count to 10. The knight did what he was told, and guess what? He tied himself into the most terrible knot. The little gnats couldn't stop laughing. When the knight realized what the naughty gnome had done, red steam came out of his ears. It means he was angry. The gnome knew it was time to run back to his cave. Okay, so we underlined some of these words. I'm going to read them again for you. Knight, gnome, Napoli, knees, knuckles, gnats, gnome, new, knees. Okay? Okay. Let's go to the exercise. What did the knight meet the gnome? Where did the knight? Sorry. So he met him in the woods. Was the gnome being nice to the knight or trying to trick him? No, he was trying to trick him. Or you could say trick him. Gonna write short answers because there is no space. Okay. How did the knight feel when he realized what the gnome had done? He was angry. You can write he was angry, or could you say you could say angry. Okay. Make two lists of words from the text, KN words and GN words. I already put underline underneath them. You can write it down. And now you can read the journal. Pay attention to your pronunciation. I want you to practice reading it. And after you do, listen to me again and see if you made any mistakes. Okay. I want you to open your language activity book on page 102. Here we're gonna write KN or GN to complete each word. Say the word, okay? The first word is noon. The second word is ni. Third word is night. Fourth word is sign. Knuckle. And kneel. Okay? Noon, ni, night, sign, knuckle, kneel, knuckles. Okay? When do you kneel? Feel free to answer these, anything related. You don't have to copy me, okay? So when do you kneel in the front of the game? Or you can say when I pray. Okay, where can you see signs? On the road? Or you can say on the street. Where on your body are your knuckles? On my hand? Where might you see a gnome? In the woods. Okay? Feel free to copy them or write your own answers. They are both okay. Alright. I want you to go back to your student book, page 123. Okay. Work with a friend and number the pictures in the correct order. We already did this exercise in the past, like in lesson 2 and 3, but you can open that lesson again and copy them if you want. I'm gonna do one for you and then you have to finish the rest by yourself. Okay, the first thing was creating the set, so hold on. This should be number 1. Okay, feel free to finish the rest by yourself. Okay, in this exercise, make sentences about the stages of producing an animated movie. You can find this lesson in lesson 2. The sentences are written there. You feel free to copy them, okay? All right. I want you to open your language activity book on page 103. Add these sequences words to the paragraph below. Okay, we also did this exercise in lesson 2, okay? When you wrote these sequence words separately, but the passage itself is written there. I want you to try to do it by yourself first, but then you can check it after that. So the first one is always first. You start with the first, then probably then the one before the last is after that. And the last one is final. Okay? Make sure to check the correct answers from your language activity. Complete with the present passive, then add sequence words and write the sentences in paragraph from your notebook. Okay. So we have the rights are designed are built are tested is inspected and the park is open to the public. Okay. It changed the sentences from active to passive voice. The first one, Laura Wallace directed Midnight and Me. You can say Midnight and Me was directed by Laura Wallace. Okay. Jeannie was played by Linda Moore. Midnight was raised by Jeannie. Okay. And the last one, her father was played by Kevin Jackson. Okay. After you finish this, let's revise what we learned today. We learned some silent letters like the K and G in words that has KG or GN words. We also learned some vocabulary. We also revised the unit 10. I want you to list me some words that has K or G silent letters, okay? As for your homework and practice, your student book pages 122, 123, your language activity book pages 102, 103, and your booklet pages 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, and 78. I know the booklet homework seems big, but they are just 2 exams in 6 pages. Okay, so they are just 2 exams. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and hopefully you are okay, and see you next time.